Hello everyone. So in this video, we are going to continue with our set data structure. Like earlier, in previous video, we have seen how we can create the set, and we have seen a lot of thing about the set. So in this video, we are going to see like how to access the set items, how we can add items, how we can remove item, or how we can remove in the pop. Okay. So how we can access the set item. So earlier we have seen like set are unindexed, like we cannot get the items by using indexing. So how we can access? Okay. So let us create a set as is equal to 1, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, then 99. Okay. So for the accessing list set items, we use the iterator. Okay. So like we will iterate in the set and then we will get the item. How we will do that? We will do that for using iterating for item in as. Like we will iterate and then we will print item. Like we cannot directly print by at any index. We have to iterate and then we are able to print. Let us try to run. Okay, so we have got 1, 2, 9, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so one more interesting property of the print statement is that it will always print in the next line. If we want to print in the same line, how we can do that? We can do that by using passing a like this. End is equal to a space, so it will print in the same line. Let's try to run. Like we are getting 1 to 99, 99, 4, 6 and 8. If we want to print by using separator some character like hash, we can also do that. It will not give the space, but it will give the hash after each item. Let us try to run. We are getting the same. Okay. So this was about the how to access the item in the set. We can do by using this. Okay. So now we can access. Now one more case arises. We can access. Then we have to also add items. Then how we will add items in the set? We can add the item in the set by using a method known as the add. We have the set as we can use f dot add like what is not there, like 999 something like that. Now we will try to print as 990 like 9 this item will be inserted into the set. I'll try to print, we will get that, and this item is get inserted into the set. Okay, so if we now have to add a list item like any other iteratable, like more than one item, then how we can do that? Let us try to do that. Like we have to f dot add. We are adding a list like 2, 5, 7, 8, 9 and 0. Now we will try to print what should be the output according to you. It would like 2, 5, 7, 8, 890 will be treated as one another object, like one another value. Try to print. Okay, unhashable type. Okay, so here like we would get the unhashable type list. Okay, so like we can add the tuple, but we cannot add the list. Let us make it tuple. Now try to run. So we are getting the same, but we cannot add the list. Why? There is an interesting property about this. Why we cannot add? Okay, so if we will add the list, so in the case of list, what would happen? In the case of list, we cannot add directly. Like in the set, it creates the, like in the case of set, it does not directly add. for the each value it create a hash value. Okay, so it creates the hash value. Like in the case of list, when we are trying to add, see what the error we are getting. We are getting unhashable type list. Like list are not hashable, it is unhashable. So what does the hashable means? Like we can create a hash value for that. Okay, so let us suppose how we can create the hash. Hashing is something like in scripting. Like suppose we are giving a function f of x. Let us try to run it by example. F of x is equal to and x will be here the list would be something like items square plus 1, something like that. Or we can do items. Okay, or we can do hash f of x is equal to summation of items. Or we can do f of x is equal to summation of items. Okay, so what we are trying to do, like I am trying to explain that why list item cannot be added directly in the set. So like in the case of set, we add items by making the hash of that item. So if we are trying to add the list, then we are not able to make the hash value of the list. Why we are not able to make the hash value of the list? I suppose we have been given hash function as summation of items. So many lists can have the same summation, but the list would be different. Let's suppose list 1 is equal to 3, 4, 5. Its summation will be some like 7 plus 5, 12. And list 2 can also be have 7 and 5. So both the list would represent another list, but the hash value of both are getting same. We have created the hash function and we are getting the same hash value, but the lists are different. That's why we are saying that unhashable item type list. Like we cannot hash. Okay. So the well out of the topic, but I think I should explain that why we were not able to do that. Okay. So moving, so we cannot add the list directly. We can add it using tuple. Like tuple are hashable. Like we cannot change the item. Like we cannot change the order of the item in the tuple and print as we are getting right. Okay. So we have got that up to here. Now how we can remove the item in the list? Okay. So for the removing the item in the list, we can remove by using just let us see how we can remove. Like f dot remove. Now if we want to remove 2 from it, okay, we can use by the method remove. Now try to print 2 will be removed. Print as now 2 will be removed. Okay, we can see that 2 is not present in there. So what if we try to remove the item which are not present in the list? Okay, so according to you, what should be the output? Let's guess. It would raise an error. Try to print. Now try to remove as again as dot remove. Okay, so we are not removing 2, we are removing something that we are not present. Now try to print as. We will get an error that item is not present in the list, key error, like it's not present in the list. So why we are getting the key error? Actually, set are implemented using the hashing function. It creates a key value pair for the each item, and that is basically the hash of that function. And we are trying to remove that key which are not present in the set, and we are trying to access that. That's why we are getting the error. Okay. So another way is that we can use the pop. Remove using the pop. Okay. So s dot pop, we can do that. But here is one catch. By using the pop, we are not sure which item will be removed. Like any random item will be removed, it is not certain which item will be removed. Okay. Now try to print as. So we cannot guess which item is going to be removed. Now print as. So any random or let us store in the form of x. Now try to print x. Any random item will be removed. X remove item is now in the case of 99. In the case of 4, any random item gets removed. Okay, it's not sure which item will be removed. So that's was all about this lecture. We will see more about the set, interesting property about the set in the next lecture. Till then, keep watching and keep coding.